Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you have been here before, then you know my typical videos, and if you have not, then thank you for watching and thank you for joining. Typically my videos are about book related content or daily vlogs, weekly vlogs, you know, shopping trips, things like that. Today's video, I didn't technically really plan to vlog today. I happened to run out and have some errands to do, and I had some things to do at the bookstore that I work at, and I happened to run into TJ Maxx, and I have just a little bit of a haul from TJ Maxx that was not completely expected, but we've got some stuff. So I figured let's unhaul and chat with me, and we'll just go from there and possibly do some like book update related chatting. But first I wanted to talk about like why I went into TJ Maxx and what I ended up getting. So I went in there because I needed just a couple things, and one of them was a shower curtain liner, because we bought, basically months back, we were at Target and my husband was like, oh, look, we need a curtain liner. We should get this one. And it was like the plastic, like clear plastic one. And I was like, it was like super cheap. And he was like, it's only a couple bucks. And I was like, no, I hate those because every time you're in the shower, they like blow in and they're just really, really annoying. And he was like, no, I don't think that happens. He didn't believe me. And we've both been complaining about this dumb shower curtain liner since we bought it. So, and that was like probably 3 to 6 months ago. Like we've just lived with it, but every time one of us showers, we're like, okay, we need a new shower liner. So that was why I went to TJ Maxx, because I know that they typically have these cloth ones, and these are, I really like the cloth ones because they don't do that. They're a little bit heavier, so they like kind of just like, they just fall straight and they do not do that. And you can take them off and you can wash them in the washing machine, which just helps them last a lot longer than normal. So if you didn't know, I always go to TJ Maxx for my shower curtain liners. But while I was there, I also stopped towards the bedding because I'm gonna try my best to make a long story short, but we have had like the worst luck with our bedding, with like specifically our sheets. When we first got married, we had Castellina sheets on our registry. They were like this really, really pretty green color. It was a lighter green, not a darker green. And it was just so pretty. Like we had the light green Castellina sheets, we got the Castellina down comforter, and like the dark green Castellina knit blanket that was like at the end of our bed. And it was so pretty and I absolutely loved it. I loved like how everything like went together and it felt so put together and so pretty, and I just loved it. And then like maybe 6 months after we got married, we ended up deciding to upgrade to a queen bed, which was something we both really wanted to do before we even got married. But there was just a lot going on, and so we didn't do it until afterwards. So we got like our new bed frame and our new mattress and all of that. And I like just wasn't really thinking about the sheets. Like for some reason in my head, I was just like, yeah, we have sheets. These are our favorite, they'll fit. And of course, obviously they didn't fit because they were for a full. And so, and I realized before I even put them on the bed, I was like, oh my gosh, that was so stupid. We need sheets because these are for a full bed. So I ended up going on Amazon and I got like these really, really cheap sheets, but they were gonna come like literally by the next day. And so I was like, these will do for now. These will be fine. Okay, well, they are literally like the worst sheets I've ever owned in my life. I hate them. I literally hate them. So I went back to Target to try to get Castellina sheets again because we loved our Castellina sheets. And I went back to Target and they were literally gone. They weren't selling them anymore. And there was a sale like end cap, and all they had was like this like kind of brighter salmon pink color, but they were on sale super cheap. And so I was like, well, I don't care what color they are. I'm just gonna grab these. So I grabbed those and got them home, washed them, put them on the bed. And after like a couple months, we were both like, these are not the same as the green ones that we had. Like they're a completely different texture, completely different. Like they feel so different, even though the label says the same exact thing from the first pair. So all that to say, we also don't love those ones. And so it's been like a whole thing. And I've been meaning to go buy new sheets for months now, like literally months. I've been like, okay, I need to go to the store and pick out new sheets. But every time I like dread it. Like I literally hate the idea of it because it like overwhelms me, because I'm worried that I'm gonna waste money on sheets that we're not gonna like. And all that time, and I didn't ever think to check out TJ Maxx, because TJ Maxx typically has like really cute, nice sheets that are like fairly cheap, like cheaper than you'd find somewhere else. And so today I was there and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go down the aisle. If I find something that I like, then maybe I'll pick them up. But if not, like I'm not gonna force it. Okay, well, I did find some that I like, and I'm just gonna pop up a picture of them for now because they're actually being washed. But I'm really, really hoping that we're gonna like these. Like I'm really, really hoping that they're nice, but they feel really nice, and they seem nice. They're really pretty, and honestly, I think they're gonna like match the picture in my head of what I had for like our room. And then while I was over there, they actually had like a bunch of the like stuff that they brought out for fall, although it's not all like fall themed. It's just like those colors, which if you can't tell, my house is all like green and brown and woodsy and dark. And so that's just like my vibe all year round, really. So they had all of these pillows on sale. So I ended up getting these like two. They're probably not gonna pick up on the camera very well, but they are like a really dark green and cream. And they're two like larger pillows for our bed. And I'm really excited because these were on sale. And so I really like them. Like I think they're super, super cute. And I think they're gonna fit great. So I loved that. I was so excited about that because it like felt like it was something that I was overwhelmed about and I've been putting off for so long that like when I got there and I just felt like I was like finding stuff and it was what I wanted, what I was looking for. It was on sale. It just felt like everything was kind of like falling into place, and I was really, really happy about it. So that's pretty much all for our bedroom. I was just really excited about that. And as I was like coming home, I was like, I should definitely do like a vlog for that because I definitely didn't think to before I was going, but I'm glad that I ended up getting the stuff that I wanted. And then on top of that, so we've had last year around the fall time, I ended up picking up this blanket from TJ Maxx. This is just like a, obviously ghost, it says boo. It's just a really cute fall blanket, but it's so soft. It is like unbelievably soft. And every fall when I bring this out, Jack is like, I love that blanket. Why don't we have more blankets like that? And he's like, I don't want it to just be out for the fall. And he like he's made multiple comments about it. And so I knew that I got this from TJ Maxx and that they carried the same brand. And I couldn't remember exactly what brand it was, but I figured that if I got there and like saw some of the tags and stuff, that it would probably jog my memory, or I could just pick another like soft blanket like that. It doesn't have to be the exact same one. This one you guys will see in all of my videos throughout the fall time. It's usually on that couch, and it gets pulled off so often. Like when we're here home watching a movie or like we have people over, this blanket is always the one that people go to pull off the couch because it's literally unbelievably soft. Like you would not believe how soft this blanket is. It's softer than any other blanket that we have here. And so I was like, okay, I definitely need to keep an eye out for another one. So I did end up getting one today. I got this one, which I think is so unbelievably cute. It's basically just a really dark green. And obviously it has like the little stamps, and they're like cute little things, drinks and just flowers and stuff. It's just super cute. I loved this. I thought this was adorable. And honestly, it feels just like that ghost one. And so I'm really excited because this one just like, I feel like this one can probably just be out all year round. It can just be out at any time. It doesn't really have like a seasonal look to it. It can just be the blanket that we use now instead of like decor, you know? So I really liked that. And that's pretty much all that I got at TJ Maxx. I just wanted to show you guys what I got and chat about it. And now I'm gonna go make my bed because our sheets should be done now. And then I will show you guys that when it's done. When I tell you that I went wild, I'm telling you, I'm literally sweating because my last video to you guys, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go wait till my sheets are done and then I'm gonna go make my bed, right? And I was like, oh, I'll show you guys when it's done. So I came in here because they weren't done yet, and I was like, you know what, I'll just start cleaning up because it was kind of messy in here. When I tell you, not only did I like deep clean my bedroom, I was like rearranging furniture. I'm like moving stuff around. I'm literally sweating, guys. I'm sweating. What is wrong with me? First of all, why am I doing this in a hoodie? Second of all, I came in here to make my bed. That was the one and only thing I came in here to do. I mean, I legit like vacuumed the floors. This place is spotless. You could like, I don't even know, this room is literally spotless. So now I need your guys' opinion, okay? So I have, as you can see over here, my little reading, like my little bookshelf nook. So that chair that's right there used to be in the living room. This is where I tell you that I was like literally rearranging furniture. So in our office, you guys have probably seen many times, I have like the majority of my books are in there. I have like 2 big Billy bookcases and a little, the mini skinny Billy bookcase. And next to that shelf, I've had this like, it's kind of like a burnt orange, rusty, almost brownish colored chair. It was a chair that was given to us by my husband's parents. They didn't want it when they were moving, and so we took it and we just put like a cover on it because we didn't like the color that it was. And I just was like, oh, it's kind of a nice reading chair, I'll just put it in here. Okay, well, we literally never use, like I never sit in there and read, and I don't really like that chair for vlogging because it's like really, really like relaxed. Like the back of it just goes back really far, so it's comfortable for reading, but it's not really comfortable to like sit up and vlog. So I went crazy, and I, first of all, that chair's not easy to get in and out of doorways, like small doorways, because of how far back the back is. But I found a way, and I moved it from the office into this bedroom, set it in here, and was like, I literally hate that, and I'm gonna go put that back right away. And then I was like, well, actually, I love the little white chairs that we have in our living room. So what if I put one of those in here and the orangey chair in the living room, and then we just won't have a chair in the office, because I like to be in here better anyways. The office is kind of big and it feels really empty when there's not other people in here. Whereas like this room just is like fully furnished, it's cozier. I have a TV, I have my favorite books in here. Like I feel like you guys never get to see my favorite books because I never vlog in here. So I was like, okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll move the white chair in here and the orangish chair into the living room. So that's what I did, and that is why I'm sweating, and that's why I'm so hot, because that was a task to do by myself. Why in the world did I do that by myself? I don't even know. Guys, I don't know. But all that to say, now I've got the white chair in here with the new blanket that I just bought, because that blanket is coming with me everywhere I go. That is literally my favorite new blanket. So I'm trying to decide which side I like the chair on. Either do I like the mirror right where it is right here by this closet, and then the chair over there by the wall, or like swap them. So I had them the other way, and I'm gonna take 2 videos and let you guys see like both ways. I'll move them around. That's the easy part, is moving that around. So I'll put it back the way that it was and show you that, and then put it and show you what it is right now. I also have like this really pretty picture frame that goes above the chair on whatever side it's on. So the picture frame was where the mirror is now, but I had to take it down to put the mirror over there. So just envision the picture frame over this chair. Okay? Okay. Okay, so those are the 2 options. I really need you guys to like comment, help me out. I'm so indecisive. I have no clue which way I like better. So right now it's in this like position. And I'm just gonna keep it like that for now, because I want the picture frame to be able to be hanging. I don't want to risk it getting broken. The like glass part of that picture frame has already been cracked, but it's like not cracked enough to where it like is completely broken, and I absolutely love that picture in that frame. So I don't want to risk it getting like any more damage or broken or anything. So I'm going to put it up and leave it just like this for now, but let me know what you guys think and which option you like better. If you guys like the option where the chair's in the other position, I will hang that picture up above the chair on that side, but for now that's just how it's gonna stay. Then I did want to talk about some updates, so let me just grab my books from over there. Okay, I decided to sit for the rest of this because I'm exhausted after all of that. So a little update on this month's reading and this month's books. So my last video I posted was like a September wrap up, and then my October reads, which was all of the books that I want to read in October. I also added a couple books to that list just because well, first of all, I was getting through those books faster than I anticipated, and then also I forgot a couple books that I was like, oh, I really did want to read these like during the fall season, and just while it's still fall, which I really want to, like, I know everybody's already like talking Christmas, everybody's already talking, like the stores are already switched over to Christmas time and stuff like that, but like this year I really want to try my best to kind of stay in the fall mode while it's still fall outside. So like the leaves haven't even changed yet and fallen off the trees, and they're already switching the stores over to like Christmas decorations and Christmas blankets and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love Christmas time, but I'm just not ready to switch over. And like some years, because they put the decorations out so early, that like before Thanksgiving I'm already ready to like put my Christmas tree up and bring out the Christmas decorations. And this year I just really want to enjoy, like, fall is so short and it's my favorite season, so I just really want to enjoy the fall books, fall season, the pumpkin spice, all of the fall things that we love so much about fall. Plus in Michigan, we had like a slower start to our fall, so sometimes in September is when we start getting like the cold weather and the leaves start changing. And this year it was like late September and it was still in the high 80s. So it was so hot and so muggy that we just started being able to wear like hoodies and sweaters and stuff like that. So I definitely just want to enjoy fall while I can and while it's still here. So all that to say that I'm going to start adding more books to my fall TBR, and you'll see that through November I try to also kind of read some books, not like specifically fall themed books, but just like books that help really, like, just that I'm in the mood for in the fall, especially fantasy books. I really love fantasy books in the fall and winter. I don't know why, like I do read them all year round and I will read them all year round, but it's just like they hit their peak like mood and vibe in the fall time specifically, and some of them in the winter, but a lot of them in the fall. So if you guys saw my previous video, I talked about how I wanted to read An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. And I also wanted to read the Cinder series by Marissa Meyer. And I did get to both of those. Actually, I believe it's the 10th today. And it's like the 9th or the 10th, but I'm honestly not positive. Sorry, one sec. Sorry guys, my husband just got home from work and I knew he was going to be loud when he came in, so I had to tell him that I was videoing something. But, so to continue talking about that, I did end up getting to read the first and the second book of An Ember in the Ashes, and the first and the second book of the Cinder series. So I'm very excited because, like, I didn't really expect to, first of all, I didn't expect to read them as fast as I did. And I didn't expect to like them as much as I did. So I will first talk about An Ember in the Ashes because this book was the first one that I read in the month and probably my highest rated book this month. This was almost a 5-star for me, which is so surprising because I did not expect to love it that much. My best friend has told me for years that she loved this like when she was a teenager, and so she's always said like, I don't know if it still holds up, I don't know like how much I would love it now as an adult, but it's still like she still loves it and she still thinks about it. And so I was like, okay, I have to pick up An Ember in the Ashes and just see what it's about. So I just bought the first book like earlier in the year. It's probably in a video somewhere where I got it. I ordered it because they have these new covers and these new spines that they all like line up together. And I love that. I love like coordinating spines. I love these new covers. To me, these covers just feel more like, I don't know, they like feel a little bit older and more mature and more adult. The old covers, if you haven't seen them, they have like assassins on the cover. Like it's like a girl and a guy on the cover. And honestly, I don't think it's a cartoon. I think it's like an actual like person. Like it's a real picture of a girl and a guy on the cover. And they're like, it's like an assassin and some, or not like an assassin. It looks like an assassin is what it is. So I had like the wrong opinion of what this book was about for like years. Like I've been thinking about picking these up I actually had the first and the second book, and I gave them to my younger brother because I was like, these covers just do not draw me in. They don't make me want to read the series. And when I saw that they came out with these ones and Amazon had it on sale for like $8, I was like, okay, I love this cover. I love the spines. I think it's time that I actually pick this up. Plus the comfort of this paperback was like, I just loved it. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but the way that it just felt so like, it was so comfortable to read. It wasn't too floppy, but it also wasn't like too stiff. It just has like a really nice, I don't know, it just feels so nice, and I really liked it, which sounds ridiculous, but these are all of the books in the series. So I did read the second book because I jumped from this book and I went to Cinder. So I reread Cinder, and this, for those of you who don't know, I have read this book before. I've actually read this book twice before. The first time I didn't love it. I was really young the first time, and then the second time I was like in high school and I appreciated it a lot more, but I still for some reason never moved on and read any of the other books in the series. And so, you know, this year I just decided that I really wanted to jump into the series and actually stick to the series. Like, I wanted to try to get as far through the series as I can. Not like that I have to read them back to back, but I just, now that I've jogged my memory with the beginning, how the series starts, like in the next 6 months to a year, I want to try to read the whole series. So I jumped to Cinder because it was like the next on my TBR, on my fall TBR, on my October TBR. And like I did really enjoy this one. It's very young, very juvenile, very middle school, very teenage. It's very young, but I did enjoy it. I love this story. I feel like I don't know of any other series that is similar to this. Like, this is kind of a one-of-a-kind series to me. But the whole time I was reading it, I could not stop thinking about An Ember in the Ashes. The whole time. The entire time I was reading this book, I could not get over An Ember in the Ashes, and I just could not stop thinking about it. Like, I was like, I just needed the second one. I needed to know what was happening. I just needed it. I was like, I could not stop thinking about it. And so when I first finished An Ember in the Ashes, I was like, I think this is like maybe a 4-star. And afterwards, after I was reading Cinder and I could not stop thinking about this book, I was like, no, I think that's more like a 4.5, maybe even closer to a 5-star. When I think about my other 5 stars in my head, which are like all these books up here, I don't quite know if this sits on the same level as those, or if I feel like it needs to be like a little bit lower, but not much. Like, it's like a 4.5, 4.75. Like, it's so good. I really, really loved and enjoyed the series. So I did push myself to finish Cinder. I finished Cinder. I got through it. It was a very quick read, especially the audiobook. Like, I found myself that it was really easy to listen to it on faster speeds. So some books, like the audiobook, I have to slow it down because for some reason, like, the faster it goes, the harder it gets for me to understand what they're saying and to catch everything. But something about this audiobook and the narrator of this audiobook made it like really easy to listen faster and faster, and which made the book go by really fast, which was nice. I love that. That's actually what helped me get through it, was that I could listen to it on like 2.5 speed on the audiobook, and I completely understood. I took everything in. I got the whole story, especially because this was a reread. Like this, I've already read this book. I actually remembered a lot of it when I was actually reading this time. So I loved that. I really loved that. I loved that it went really fast. It was super fast paced. Everything was going quickly. You got everything you needed to know and you can move on to the next book. But it wasn't one that I was like wanting to linger in like I did with An Ember in the Ashes. So I moved on and I read the second book, which is A Torch Against the Night, I think is what it's called. Yes, A Torch Against the Night. It's the blue one. So that one right there. And my library actually had the audiobook and the ebook ready to borrow, like right then and there. It didn't have any weight, any holds or anything. So I borrowed it from Libby and I read that one on my Kindle. And then I would like periodically listen to the audiobook if I was doing things like, I work at Brooks Books, the bookstore, independent owned bookstore near me. That was like so hard for me to get out. But I do like behind the scenes stuff there. So when I'm working, I can often listen to an audiobook and I can continue to work. I also babysit my baby cousin. She's kind of like a niece to me, 1 day a week. And so sometimes like during nap time and stuff, I can pop in my headphones and listen to my audiobook. So I was able to listen to that one, and I did finish A Torch Against the Night, and I really enjoyed that one as well. It was not quite a 5-star, but it was probably like a solid 4-star. I enjoyed it, but I did feel like at some points it was kind of like dragging on. But by the end, I was really like, okay, now I need the third book. Like now I need to know what's happening and what's going to happen. So I definitely enjoyed it. I really liked it. And I'm dying to read the third book. But the third book had a wait for the ebook. So, and I am going to eventually buy all of these. I want the whole series, but I just haven't gotten around to buying them yet. I wanted to get them from the bookstore that I work at, which is where I've been getting most of my books lately. And so I just haven't gotten around to ordering them when I'm there, but I definitely will. I will order the whole series in paperbacks because I really love this series. And come on, who does not want them to all line up on their shelf? Like they actually make a picture and I love that. I absolutely love that. So moving on. So that one was about a 4-star. Then after finishing A Torch Against the Night, I ended up picking up Scarlet. And I have been moving along in this Cinder series. And I really enjoyed this. I loved the way that Cinder tied into Scarlet and how I can see that Cinder and Scarlet are now going to tie into the next book. That was very, very exciting. I believe the next book is Cress. So it goes Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter, Stars Above, and Fairest, which they have them like in a weird order, but they go across and then the ones in front. There's actually the two, so that's actually not the correct order because I believe Stars Above or Fairest, they're both like shorter books and novellas, and I think they kind of, one of them goes like halfway in the series and then the other one goes at the very end. And I can't remember, I have to look that up. One of them's like 3.5 and the other one is 5.5 or something. So, or 4.5, I really cannot remember. But I will look that up before I go any further just to make sure that I'm reading them in the correct order. But, so yeah, I read Scarlet and I liked it, but I didn't love it. And I feel like for me, I enjoyed it less than I enjoyed Cinder. So, which is kind of sad. I feel like everybody that I know that's read this series really enjoyed it. And like as the series went on, they liked it more and more. And I felt like this one just felt like it was like really dragging on. Like I had to push myself to finish it. And that just made me a little bit sad. It was a little bit unexpected, but I didn't dislike it at all, and I'm definitely going to continue to read the series further. But I just did not like love it. I wasn't like reading this and I was like, oh my gosh, this is even a 4-star read, like I can't put this down. It was actually about halfway through the book, I took a break for like 2 or 3 days, and I was not really excited to read, and I found myself realizing that I wasn't excited to read because I wasn't excited about the rest of the book. So that was a little bit disappointing, but I'm going to continue the series. I'm going to pick up the 3rd book, but I'm going to take a little break and I'm going to read something else. So next on the agenda is either The Reaper at the Gates, which is the book number 3 to the Ember and the Ashes series. It's A Reaper at the Gates, sorry. A Reaper at the Gates. It's that green one. So that's either the next book, or I'm going to pick up like a fall romance, like a really quick fall romance. I have 2 in my head that I want to read. One of them is called This Spells Love. I actually have a copy of it, so let me just grab that. Okay, so I'm back. I have This Spells Love, which is like really short. It looks super cute. I can't even remember what exactly this one is about because I bought this last year at the very, very end of the fall season, and I was a little sad because we were moving into like Christmas books. I mean, I got this like after Thanksgiving time. It was definitely into our like Christmassy reads, and my book club was reading Christmassy reads, and I was just so out of like the fall mood, but this one looked so cute, so I saved it for this year. And I forgot about it again because I did not put this in my last video, and I'm really sad about that. So I made sure to add it to my TBR. And yeah, I'm really considering either this book or this one, Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. So this book is a young adult fall romance. I don't know why I'm saying so much, but yeah, this one is a young adult fall romance book. It looks so cute. It's all the vibes. It's the great, like it has really, really great fall vibes. I think this would be a really cute like comfort read. This would just be a really, really cute one. So I'm between those 2, and I am, sorry, one sec. I am really excited about something else that I forgot to talk to you guys about. So on the note of young adult books, I have, sorry, this piece of like hair is driving me nuts. I have 2 new releases that I'm so excited about that I forgot to tell you guys about. So the first and foremost is Nothing Like the Movies. This is the 2nd book to the Better Than the Movies books. And how cute is this book? I cannot get over this. Adorable. I'm obsessed. This is amazing. I actually already read this one. I read it the second that I got my hands on it. So I paused Scarlet and I read this book. And then I jumped back into Scarlet, and that's when I was feeling like I wasn't super excited to read it. So, Nothing Like the Movies. And guys, I'm so excited. I have nonstop talked about this book on my channel. I've even talked to the author about this book. I love this book and this series, and that is Spark of the Everflame. Finally got traditionally published, and it got a hardcover copy. And I just love it. I love the foiling in the letters. I love the hardcover. I love the inside. Oh, guys, this book, you can't actually see it, but this says in the cover, it literally says Spark of the Everflame. And I love this. I love this book, and I'm so excited that the hardcover is finally out. So definitely go pick up Spark of the Everflame now that it is released. It is actually out. It was out in paperback form, and now we have the hardcovers. And the other ones are also getting picked up and made into hardcovers. So if you want them all to match, definitely wait and get them all when they come out, because I think the second book is coming out here in another few months. That one was also picked up. So that is pretty much all for this video. It was a huge video of me ranting and talking, and I am so thankful that you guys came on here and watched this video with me. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.